Cricbuzz Comm box in the 35th over. I'm Gautam Bhimani in the company of Ajay Jadeja. Now, all the talk before the game was about Vizag and Virat and him, it being his ground that he likes to score so many runs. Small problem, no matter how good a player you are, unless you go out there, these two haven't let him bat.
Yeah, he's been ready. He's been had this helmet on all through that innings. He's been waiting to get in, but these two have been phenomenal. They've paced the innings so beautifully. They've helped each other out. And Rohit Sharma, the class that he is, he's just taken over. Just when you were getting closer to that 100, he's just put another gear on and he's put KL Rahul in the back seat, and he looks like he's driving the innings, whereas it's been KL Rahul all the way.
And we've seen so often from Rohit Sharma. In fact, every time he has that slow strike rate in the first 50, first 100, you start getting everybody on social media going, is this another double 100 day? But that's how he paces his innings.
Yeah, I mean, as you get older and I guess wiser as well, you understand when you look at a flat wicket. And I think this was something that first you saw with Sachin Tendulkar, at least I did. I don't know about the generation before that. When there's a flattish track, you see these great players taking more time at the start of the innings. If the wicket's got something extra in it, or seam or spin, then they probably go out all guns blazing. But they know, they understand the game so much that they know it's only about first 10, 12, 20 deliveries. So whereas a youngster probably goes the other way around. And I think that's experience, and he's just been wonderful this year.
Now, obviously, they're now starting to think of a possible total. Remember, 1-0 down in the series. What do you put on the board? At the 30th over, when the conventional wisdom talked about doubling a score, and in this case with 10 wickets in hand, it could be logical. They were exactly 170 for no loss at 30. So you think 340 is a fair target to look at?
I think that's the minimum that you'd look at this stage. I mean, you've still got 15 overs to go. Think of it. If you were playing a 20-over game, you've still got 5 overs restriction. You've got 2 guys in the middle. So you've got an entire team to bat those 15 overs. You'd look at minimum 130. You should aim for more if you do, but 130 is what I think even the West Indies would settle for. These two are getting tired. Rohit Sharma, not the fittest of the lot, so I don't see him go all the way to 200 today. This is hot, we're in Visakhapatnam, but the guys who are coming in would be fresher, and you've still got 5 overs left with an extra fielder inside. So I would look at 340 minimum.
Now, Kieron Pollard comes across as a very proactive captain. He's essentially a newly appointed captain, doing a good job. Now, what does he start talking to his boys about for the last 15? I mean, he should tell themselves anything around 300, 310, we're actually in the game.
Oh yeah, 310, 300, they're definitely in the game. I mean, but if you've had a start like that, you would settle for 310. I think West Indies will be more than happy if they can settle for 310. They've got all the bowlers left. They can use them differently. What I found today with Pollard was he used his bowlers differently. Look at the top 3 bowlers, the main bowlers. They've actually almost bowled out. And you normally don't see that. I think Pollard's probably understood the game much better than a lot of captains, I think, around the world. The last 10 overs is probably the easiest time to bowl. It's the first, 15, first 10, of course, and then that middle stage where teams just consolidate themselves, whereas he put pressure on. There was a phase for about 4 overs where India weren't getting that singles because, you had premier bowlers bowling at that stage, and they bowled well as well. But it's a risk that he took. India has, seen through that period, and now you're looking at the dangerous side of it. Now you don't have the premier bowlers left, not many overs left for sure. So it's a call that you make, but Kieron Pollard's at least making calls.
Surprised he's not come on himself?
As soon as 40th over is done, he'll come on once he has an extra fielder outside.
Yes, so we'll see that. One final question, and I know which side you lean, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Who comes in next? Despite the fact that Captain Extraordinary has the helmet on, can you see a change in the order?
Oh, I would see the change in the order. Having said that, I mean, when I walked into that room, I said, oh, who comes in next? Rishabh Pant. But, what I had forgotten is what I've seen of Virat Kohli in the last 2 games. The last 2020 game and the rest of the innings that we saw. So I think there has been that change with his game, that he doesn't take as many balls as he does. So he might just want to come out and express himself. But the obvious choice would be, send in the guy who can get the maximum runs. Is it Rishabh Pant? It's a risk that you need to take, or is it Virat Kohli? Virat Kohli is a certainty. Maybe I tend to go with Virat Kohli now. Although 2 minutes ago I thought Rishabh Pant should walk in, but the way he's batted in the last 2 games, I'd probably go with Virat Kohli.
Yeah, it's like telling a bowler, it's one of those bowlers you can't get the ball out of his hand. try taking that helmet off Virat Kohli. So it looks like a big finish for India. We'll wrap it all up at the end. We'll see how much they get to. At the moment, another big six from Rohit, 215 without loss in 36 overs.